Today on our Myths or Fact series, we'll be addressing the topic probationary employees have no rights. For some employers, certain benefits are not available to probationary employees, such benefits as leave, pension, HMO, etc. Let's address them one after the other. First, leave. According to Section 18 of the Nigerian Labour Act, employees are entitled to leave, whether they are probationary employees or not, after 12 months of continuous service within that organization. So the minimum set period of the Labour Act is 12 months. That means your probationary period for denying an employee access to annual leave must not exceed 12 months. So an employer can restrict an employee's benefits, but only if it is expressly written in their contract of employment and policy handbook, does not contradict the laws that govern employment in Nigeria. There's a caution here. Managerial staff and etc. Their contract of employment usually binds their employment relationship with the employer. So let's talk about pension now. Some employers limit pension to only confirmed staff. The law does not state categorically whether it is right or wrong to delay pension registration until after 6 months. However, it implies that it is wrong to do so. Why? Because pension is a statutory deduction, and the provisions of the PENCOM guideline, I think it's PENCOM Transitionary Contributions Fund guidelines, I think that's what it is, states categorically that if an employee joins an organization and has not opened an RSA, that's retirement savings account, within 6 months, it is believed that the accumulated 6 months deductions should be paid, the cumulated fee of that 6 months should be paid into the transitionary transitionary account, okay, that is guided with this guideline. So that means I'm inferring that they actually expect that though this employee has not opened an RSA, the employer is still deducting that amount. So that means they actually expect that the employer will continue deducting that amount, whether from their own end, if they are taking 100%, or they are just paying their own 10%. Okay, from their own end they are deducting, and from the employee's end they are also deducting, and that is the only reason why they would say if it has accumulated for 6 months and this employer has still not opened an RSA, the employer should go ahead and pay this money to the transitionary account, pending when the employee is ready to settle that account with the new RSA that the employee would open. So for them to make such provisions, it simply means that they expect deduction to start as soon as the employee is within the company, as long as it falls under the guideline of the Pensions Act, which is basically 3 employees or more for private companies. Now let's go over to the third one. Which is HMO, right? So in some organizations and in most organizations, we hear that HMO is not open to employees until they are confirmed. Is it permitted? The law does not expressly state that HMO has to be deducted at a particular period. Because the law is silent on that, I'm not going to say it is allowed, and I'm not going to say it is not allowed. So the best I would say is it depends on your contract of employment and if you are comfortable with it. Probationary period is a period where employees are assessed to know if they are a best fit for that organization, not a period to deny them of their rights. Employees have the right to fair hearing, they have the right to get their full compensation as agreed, okay, as agreed with the employer at the point of employment. Let's not forget that leave has to be under the 12-month time frame. Pensions Act The Pensions Reform Act and the PENCOM guidelines allows us to infer that it is wrong to withhold pension contribution until after confirmation, as long as you as an organization fall under the eligibility for pension remittance and you are not to deduct a staff pension without remitting same. Please follow us for edifying content in the workplace. Thank you.